Hey, everybody. I'm here with the man that needs no introduction, Frank Garay from the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Frank, thanks for being on the show, brother.
Hey man, my pleasure. It's a pleasure to be interviewed instead of being the guy that's always interviewing. You know what I mean? So this is delightful. So let
Delightful for you, high pressure for me. I know I'm
oh
not gonna,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
man. So
Cool.
we have never yet met in person, but I feel like I know you. I feel like you're one of my very good friends because we get to spend so much time together on the
Have we
breakfast.
not met in person? Have we not met at one of
Oh
the
yeah,
events?
we've been at the events together, but not like fireside hanging out as
Oh no. Yeah, we
like I
haven't done
would
that.
like to hang out with you.
Yes. Well, we'll make sure to do that here soon.
That is fantastic. The reason for today's episode is we have stumbled across something incredibly powerful for loan officers, and I was hoping that you would share with our community about it.
Sure. Yeah. So, if you're not familiar with Loan Officer Breakfast Club, that would be the first thing is to get real familiar with Loan Officer Breakfast
Yeah.
Club. Because it's you think about it, Chris. I mean, it's free 30 minutes of coaching every single day.
Yep.
Why not?
Why not?
What does it cost? You going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com and putting in your name and your email. That's what it costs, right?
Yep.
And you get the link and you get to show up Monday through Friday. It's 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. And so a little early for the West Coast peeps, but hey, come on, let's go. Get up.
Well, you're
Let's
West
learn.
Coast and you
Yeah, I'm
host
West
it.
Coast. Yeah, and I hosted. Yeah, it's no big deal. But we do so many cool things on Breakfast Club, Chris. I mean, we have guest speakers all the time. And of course, we revolve around the Mortgage Marketing Animals Daily Success Plan. Of course, Loan Officer CRM. We're daily just digging into these strategies that are proven to work only 100% of the time if you do it right, and hearing all these wonderful originators from all over the country just saying, hey man, I worked the plan and this is where I'm at. People going from 0 to 5 and from 5 to 10 and and beyond. Just really, really cool stuff. But we did start a new thing, right? This was what you were talking about. That's really fun. First of all, I'll just say Breakfast Club. Isn't it fun, Chris? It's
I
fun.
laugh every morning. It is so much fun. It's yeah.
Right.
And the people that are there, like it is an incredible group of loan officers. It's an incredible community of everybody that wakes up, has fun, and learns and gets their day off in the right
Yeah.
direction.
Gets
It's
off to a good
awesome.
start. And let's talk about the numbers too. Like I know we've had over 35,000 loan officers nationwide join Breakfast Club.
Yep.
And I think our Facebook group is just about to tip 20,000. It's like at 19,800 or something. And but the live Zoom calls, it's not easy to get between 500 and 700 loan officers every day on a live Zoom call. And the reason that's not easy, Chris, is because there's got to be something to it, right? I mean, there has to be something of substance, otherwise we wouldn't get numbers like that. But that's where we are, and that's what we get every single day. So on it, we have a lot of fun, right? And I think that's a big reason that people show up is it's entertaining. It's not just oh, and I do that on the show, the sad trombone, but one of the things that we stumbled on recently is so we kind of go through every morning. The way it kind of starts is right at the beginning, everybody's kind of piling in, right? Piling in, and so we've got about
Chugging
10.
coffee, getting ready to
Right. So we got about 10 minutes of just, okay, let's just shoot the breeze a little here. Let's get the juices flowing before we get into the meat and potatoes of whatever it is comes up. Most of the time, too, just so everybody knows, we don't even know what's coming up on breakfast. Like it just flows, right? But in that 10 minutes, I was doing something called the Daily Spark. I still do, where, I'll think of some things and, I'll even print it out and we put it in the chat as a Word document, and people like it. They download it. I know they can repurpose it, right? Because you can flip that over to real estate partners to encourage them. That gets repurposed quite a bit, I think. But we've been doing that now for Chris, what, over a year, right? Like
oh yeah.
about a year. And so the other day I was thinking of, okay, Daily Spark, here we go. And I was just like, I'm just not in the mood to do a
Oh,
Daily Spark, and this is, of course, about 4:30 in the morning Pacific time that I'm doing these things, right? And so I was like, but what I would like to do is let's talk about objections. So we came up with the objection of the day, right? For Loan
nice.
Officer Breakfast
Yep.
Club, objection of the day. And there's so many objections that we
Oh,
encounter
yep.
as originators,
Yes.
So we just pick them. We know what they all are. We've heard them so many times. We know all the objections. And so yeah, we just we pick an objection and we throw it out there right at the beginning of the show. Here's the objection, and then we say, hey, how would you overcome it? Raise your hand. Tell us, how do you overcome this objection? And it's neat, Chris, because of course, as the coaches, you and me and Steve and Carl and Kristen, and we could all just start saying what we think, but and we do say that, but the neat thing is we don't say anything. We let everybody else chime in first, right? And when you've got 500 plus 600 loan officers on a Zoom call, and people start raising their hands, right, and saying, I got one, I got one, I got one. Man, is that rich.
Oh,
Man, is that cool. Because you've got all these seasoned pros that are like, I say this, I say that, I say this. And so for any loan officer of any experience level or volume level, to sit back and absorb that a little bit, so wildly beneficial. That's in the first 10 minutes of the show.
yeah.
That's the first 10 minutes. Here's an objection you get faced with probably all the flipping time.
Yeah.
Okay. That you stumble through, don't, like just hang up or move on or whatever. But now, because you showed up, you got hey, I'll write that down. Yeah, that's good. I'll practice that one a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really enjoy the
And
objection of the day, and it's not every day. We'll do this maybe 2 or 3 times a week, something like that, and sparks on the other days. But you never know what you're going to get with Breakfast Club. You just never
yeah,
know.
the scripts are amazing. I mean, I think a great example of that is so yesterday I was on, but we were traveling through the airport with my family. But it was just like, I love Breakfast Club so much, I'm not going to miss it. So I was like, Robin, you take the kids. I just got to be on here for a little bit. And we were talking about one of the loan officers raised their hand and said, hey, I just invested. I'm going to this live event. What's the best way for me to make use of this live event? And you get all these different answers. And then there was that one answer where everybody was like, yeah, that's it.
That was the
That's
mic
it.
drop.
That was
Yeah.
mic drop. It's those moments like that where every single person for the rest of their career that has a live event to go to has that script, has that knowledge, has that moving forward. It's just incredibly valuable.
It really was. I forgot about that one. That was a really good day. Yeah. When who was it that, I think it was Cherie
Yeah.
who shared that. Yeah. And that was a great one. You're right. It was the person, this was a newer, I think it was a newer loan officer who put this, by the way, in the Loan Officer Breakfast Club Facebook group, right? So
Right.
the Facebook group is a really great place to hang out, to join. So just find it on Facebook, Loan Officer Breakfast Club. You'll have to answer a few questions. Just make sure that you're actually a loan officer, right? So
Yep.
you answer a few
Yeah.
questions, make sure that you're a loan officer. You get in there, and it's a great place to post those kinds of questions. Like, hey, I'm doing this. What do you think? Or how about this? How about that? Yeah. And that person posted, yeah. So the person basically had a booth, right, at what was it? It was a home buying, uh, uh, whatever conference or whatever,
Yep.
right? They had a booth, paid for a booth, and was asking, what should I do? What do I provide? And boy, you were right. That was a good one. A lot of people chimed in, and Cherie just nailed it at the end. Like, oh, so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's good stuff, man. Yeah.
So, if I may, one other thing that got me so excited about the Breakfast Club in the beginning when we really started um, is the fact that it revolves around the daily success plan.
Hmm.
So, we've got 4 days a week, we've got a theme to it, and now we're starting to take these objections that people are getting when they're going through the daily success plan And the way that I look at that is it's then fun to make the calls because you've got this new tool, you've got this new knowledge that you can go out and be like, okay, I'm going to try my calls today, and I'm hoping for that objection now because I want to see how my new script works. I want to see how the next work. So we're seeing people in the community that are leaning into the work that needs to be done. Like it's if you want to grow, you got to do the activities, and now it's fun, and you feel like it's a whole group of people going together and getting results together. It's just incredible what you've created, man. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
well, yeah. So a couple things there. Where in the world would you ever hear that a loan officer is looking forward to getting an objection? You know what I mean? Like never. But that's what does happen. It's like, oh, I'm armed now. I cannot wait for them to say that one. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. So they can just unleash it. You know what I mean? Unleash their overcoming the objection. But
tell me you got 3 business cards to give out.
Come on.
Ask me.
Tell me about 3 business cards. I want to hear it. Yeah, exactly. And that's hilarious. But the other thing you said is, you said what I've created. Nah, this isn't my baby. You know what I mean? You gotta give credit where credit's due, and that's Mr. Carl White, and his forward thinking and his creative thinking, and and it all spawned through the pandemic originally, where everything had to go to Zoom, and they had at Animals, they had a smaller crew that were meeting daily. And then Carl saw that and was like, man, this could be something else. This could be something. And just the timing was fully ironic that I was making a move, and I reached out to him and said, hey, I kind of need to make a move. Didn't know if you had something or could think of anything we could do together. He goes, just the thing. So yeah, it was kind of like, peanut butter and jelly, kind of came together and in a really good way. And it's I'll tell you, Chris, being associated with Marketing Animals in the capacity that I am, and being the host of the Breakfast Club is literally the highlight of my 37-year mortgage career.
37 years.
37 years, yeah, 37 years in this, and my career has been very interesting to go from just newbie originator to branch managing and net branches and National Real Estate Post and now Mortgage Marketing Animals, and it's just been pretty interesting. But I got to tell you, it's an honor and a pleasure to be associated with you, Carl, Steve, Kristen, Diane, the whole team. Everybody. List goes on. If I didn't mention your name, sorry, but you know who you are. Love y'all, but yeah, Breakfast Club is the place to be, man. Why not? It's my favorite thing to say. Why not?
Well,
why would you not go to something free for 30 minutes and pick up nuggets every day and just go, that was good. That was good. So yeah. Awesome. Yeah, good stuff, man. I appreciate you bringing me on and chatting about it.
Well, thank you for being here, and I appreciate everything that you do and the opportunity to be part of Breakfast Club with you. So to all of our listeners, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern with Frank, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to have some laughs. We're going to learn some stuff, and we cannot wait to see you inside the Loan Officer Breakfast Club.
Good. You happy with that?
Good. Yeah. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right on.
As long as you're happy with it, I'm happy with it. So
I am. Yeah, absolutely, man. When we get to show, all we got to do is talk. Like it's the greatest thing ever.
Yep. It's good to do some podcasts about Breakfast Club too. We don't do that very often. We've done a couple. This might be the second or third one. That we've done, but it's good to do it because it is such a wildly unique thing that's out there. And I don't know if you've seen, but there's a handful of others. Like, okay, let's get into the space. This morning Zoom call space.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen this?
No.
Oh yeah. Oh no, okay, so I can think of, Jason Frazier started doing it. But he was a once a week thing, but he's kind of tapered off. I haven't seen it continue. The guys at AIM, AIM, the association.
Yep.
You do? Yeah. So they do something, but they do once a week thing. And then there's Dave Brown. He was a Marketing Animal member.
Yeah.
And so he started Loan Officer Huddle. Okay. and it's in the morning, and they even use, it's like in Slack, I'm like talking to the girls and stuff. It just really irritates me because he's using our font. Okay, so it's like, it looks just like Loan Officer Breakfast Club, but it's Loan Officer Huddle. Okay, and then there's those guys over there at Empower Mortgage, or Empire Mortgage, and they have Loan Officer something like, not Roundup or Sales Chat or something. But again, dude, our font, even our font.
That is ridiculous. How do people?
Yeah, it's like, and it's whatever. Hey, here's the truth. There's room for everybody, right? There's
100%.
plenty. There's abundance out there. Who cares? You know what I mean? But I just, I guess what I was trying to say is, Breakfast Club is a really neat, unique thing that is super cool. And hey man, copying us is the highest form of flattery. You know what I mean? People are like, we need to get on something like that. That's a cool thing, So anyways, yeah, but others are jumping on board. But
Well,
anyway,
my goal is to get us maxed out. So we went from, with the ads and the shorts and the reels and everything that we're posting every day.
yeah, which I love. They're awesome. I share them all the time. Yeah,
that's amazing.
They're great.
So yeah, with the ads and everything that we're doing, we're going to get this thing to 1,000 people every morning.
That's what we want, man. That's the dream,
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting there, we're getting there. So keep doing it, man, because we're getting there. I remember I think it was 2 years ago. Well, it'll be 2 years come January.
Wow.
We kind of laid out what we wanted, and I think we wanted to be, I think by January, you know what I mean? For 2025, we wanted to be averaging in that 750 on the show every day. This year we wanted to be in the fives. I think we want to be in that 550. We've done it. It's happened. But next year it'd be nice if we were pretty consistent. In that 750. And then the following year, it'd be great if we were like bumping 1,000 every day. Oh,
yeah, we're gonna get there. It's no problem, because our ad spend is very small. Like, we could really ramp this thing up, and it is the perfect place for a new loan officer to join.
It really is.
And as the market starts to come back and the industry starts to grow, we're going to just pound new loan officers into this.
Oh yeah, and get them up to where they're doing a deal or two a month, and it's like, well, join come on and join. You know what I mean? What are you doing? Join.
Yes, it's awesome.
Yeah, it could be great. All right, brother. Well, hey man, always a pleasure.
Likewise.